So Jim, when you're looking at various targets, what is your ideal target? What is, characteristics of that target, from management to the company, all of it?
Well, having good public company ready management is a prerequisite for everything. But we're kind of looking for a few things. The ideal target. I'm not sure it exists out there, but the ideal target is the ideal situation is something like we had with William Scotsman. 120 million of EBITDA, had clearly identified a bolt-on acquisition that was big, that had an obvious seller, that had $50 million of synergies, and a SPAC was the only way to make that happen. In that case, William Scotsman did not have the profile that it could have gone public by itself on a standalone basis. It could not have raised a lot of debt. The owners didn't want to bring in additional private equity. So if you wanted to put these two big businesses together and realize those synergies, the only way to do it is through a SPAC. So we are looking at, several different situations like that. One's a case where there are 4 players in an industry. They all have about 150 million of EBITDA. 2 are buyers and 2 are sellers, but they're not structured in a way that any of them could buy each other. And so, you go to, the 2 that are, that want to be the leader and say, do you want to roll into a SPAC? And then you go to the 2 others. But, the challenge in that situation is, they're very wary of SPACs. The owners may have had a bad experience with SPACs in the past, but that's set up perfectly. And so we are looking for a number of those situations where you roll a profitable business and you use the SPAC to do follow-on acquisitions. That would be the ideal scenario. And it almost doesn't matter what sector it's in, as long as there are clear synergies you've got an identified targets and you've got clear synergies.